Hello, we're on to lesson 7. How does cooking change the nutritional value of our food? So to open this lesson, I encourage you to snap a photo of your cafeteria at your school in action, and get the students thinking about like what does it take to prepare all this food all at once, and what are some of the challenges that might cause. So to get thinking about cooking methods and how it might change the nutritional value, we start with this example of nixtamalization, and how indigenous practices of cooking corn with lye would uh, help break down the uh, and make the proteins more biologically available. Um, so uh, At this point, they've seen an example of how cooking can change the biochemistry of the food for the better. So we are going to start a project, and they're going to brainstorm all the different methods of cooking that they're aware of. And you can add in some that they might not be aware of uh, as potential project ideas. And so here's a list of project cooking methods that my students came up with. You can add in the list that you come up with. It's, I think, really important for this to be student driven, the students' ideas. You can throw in a few other things that the kids might not consider as cooking as part of the project ideas. And so these are the research questions. There's a handout to guide their research. So thinking about how does the cooking change the composition of the macromolecules like carbs, fats, and proteins they've learned about in this unit, thinking about digestion and taste, nutritional value, and safety and food preservation. So now this slide is going to help you kind of divvy up who's doing what. I encourage you to have each partner pair do a different cooking method. That'll just make it more entertaining and interesting for your class as you listen to the presentations in a few days. So that would kind of bring us through day 1. And so in day 2, you're going to introduce the rubric and how there's going to be peer feedback and what the expectations are for the presenter and the audience. So here's a sample rubric that you could use for student presentations. So this is some prompts to help students kind of go through the rubric. And so I'm going to give an example so students can kind of know what the final product would look like. So I picked lutefisk, which is a dish and cooking method that I was introduced to by my wife, whose family is of Norwegian heritage. So this is a mini presentation I made. You could bring in something about your cultural heritage and a cooking method that you're familiar with and make a mini presentation for students so they can you can kind of show them what you're expecting, like what you want them to aspire to. So here's my little mini presentation about lutefisk. So lutefisk is cod that's soaked in lye and then rehydrated to make this kind of gelatinous fish mixture. So there's a video here that shows it getting prepared at scale in Minneapolis. And so here's kind of my chemistry, biochemistry slide. So tell students a little bit about pH and that lye is all the way over here, very alkaline, and then this explains kind of what happens to the protein and that you're often eating it with butter, so you're increasing the amount of saturated fats. Um, so students can use that presentation as a way to give feedback and get more familiar with the rubric and compare their cooking method that they've researched so far to the one that you present. So this slide is just to kind of guide students on their work time and encouraging them to rehearse and practice the presentation before they give it in front. This slide shows you the peer feedback. So I would have my students fill this out on like a Google survey for each presentation that they listen to, and I use this to as an input in terms of what the final grade I give. So now we're on day 3. So depending on the your students, that you might need more time or less time. I tried to kind of put the average here of what I would expect this group project is how long it's gonna take. So we're getting ready now for to present and wanting to be clear about what the expectations are. And then this slide is for after you've gone through all the presentations, you take a moment to compare and contrast the cooking methods to see what they have in common, and that can inform any potential recommendations that we make to our school cafeteria. So that kind of wraps up this lesson. We've got one more lesson to go. Talk to you then.